All right, welcome back to the Basketball Operations Podcast, episode number 14. So if you're back from the last episode where we're talking about the COVID thing, you know that this is the one where we're actually going to talk about basketball. So this is the Northwest Division GM overview. So yeah, let's get right into it. We're not going to waste no time. So first team, Denver Nuggets. Okay. So Denver Nuggets, right?
Good team last year.
This is a pretty decent team.
They won 47 games last year in a shortened season. So at 10
out of 72 games, right?
Yeah, so at 10 more, it's easily a 51 team, I think.
Easily 51 team. Last year, they had a bunch of injuries. Obviously, Jamal Murray tore his ACL. I think it was in like 3 months before the playoffs, 4 months before the playoffs.
It was like closer to the playoffs. Like
it was pretty close.
2 months.
2 months? Yeah. So that was a big blow, considering that we were asking a lot of questions whether he was another bubble boy.
Yeah.
Whether he was able to drop, insane numbers, like 50-point games, whether he could do that outside of the bubble, and it was just not like a bubble fluke, basically. So yeah, now Jamal Murray will be back.
He's not going to be back till like mid-season. I mean, ACLs are 12-month injuries.
True. So, like, he'll probably be back around the same time probably Klay Thompson's back, which is, like, Christmas, maybe?
No?
Later?
ACL.
Oh, you're right.
He'll be back, like, towards the playoff push.
Towards the playoffs push, but then, essentially, he would almost have missed, like, two, like,
I think they'd be able to do enough without Jamal Murray, and then, like, getting him back.
When you got the MVP, then,
It just makes him a scarier team when he comes back.
Yeah, so, I mean... And then you obviously traded for Aaron Gordon, which is a huge pickup.
And re-signed him this
offseason. Again, a lot of people like to criticize him because he put up donuts against the Suns game. But didn't shoot well. But it's
a new role for him.
Yeah, to ask something of someone to come into a new team
mid-season,
later mid-season.
Now he trade
at the trade deadline.
Yeah, so I mean now. Full off season, he gets a training camp with the Nuggets. I'm pretty sure he have a more carved out role.
Yeah, he has a more carved, especially with an entire training camp with Jokic. That's what matters.
He'll have more of an idea.
Yeah, because it have more of an idea of how Jokic rolls, how Jokic how he can cut better because he's one of the best cutters in the NBA. Backdoor, front, face cuts, everything. So the more time he gets with Jokic, more time he gets on the court with Jokic. That's obviously the best that Denver Nuggets fans can ask for. Let's give a round of applause for freaking Michael Porter Jr. Got the freaking bag.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think it was a little overpay.
I don't know. 5-year 172 for 20 points a game, basically.
Oh, no, it's 207 based off of like all NBA. So it's 207 like
with incentives.
It's a 207 max, but he has to meet like something. I'm not sure what the guarantee is. What is it?
It's 172 guaranteed, probably.
Oh, I think this is the first team to have 3 guys that they drafted all on max deals. Which is cool. So Jamal, Mike,
MPJ, and Jokic, that's actually ridiculous.
Yeah. I think they could have lowballed Porter Jr. and he would have signed.
I think so. I don't know. I'm happy for the deal, considering that. I mean, again, 19 points per game. 44.5% from 3 on 6 attempts a game, which is pretty high volume. I think, if you want to compare Steph Curry, averages like 10.
What was the points per game?
19.
What was the shooting? 3-point?
44.5. That's pretty.
Tim Hardaway was pretty similar. He got like 70.
Yeah. So I mean, he obviously. I mean, it's 2 different players. He's fucking 6'9", 6'10". He's he has like KD qualities to him. 64.6 effective field goal percentage. That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
For somebody who shoots high volume threes, crazy ass shots the way he does.
They're gonna be in cap hell.
They're gonna be in cap hell in like 4 years. Yeah, but like now it's just like you gotta put all the chips in.
You look at the max guys. It's Trey, Luka, Curry, LeBron, AD, and then you got like Michael Porter Jr. There's an imposter among us.
Imposter.
I mean, like, he's a great player, obviously.
It's the future that they're banking on. I don't think it's the now. This is a future. This is a future max contract, basically.
I wouldn't even give him a max in 2K.
A 2K. A 2K. My GM on 7 boards, which has been a question for him, considering it's just like a lot of people ask like, bro, you're 6'10", get in the fucking paint, go rebound.
I mean,
but
he's not the best defender either. But
he's not the best defender. That's what I'm saying.
He has the frame to do
this
it.
is his
fourth year
in the league.
Well, third. He didn't play his rookie year.
Okay, so yeah, third year in the league.
Yeah.
And he's putting up these numbers, and that's what I'm saying. This deal, I was happy for this deal, considering for the Nuggets' future in itself. In that, yeah, they'll be in cap hell in 4 years, but the fact that they got him locked up for the next 4 just means that, like, for his future. Because I mean, if he this is all he has to do. They signed him 5-year, 172 for 44.5% from 3 on 6 attempts. That's basically what they signed him for.
40 a year.
On 6'10", and like I'm being 6'10", on 40 a year. That's basically what they signed it for.
Well, what's the annual, like, 40 million years? Are you saying? Or no,
I think so. Whatever 172 divided by 5 is. Then we gotta pull out. Oh, God. 34 and a half basically. 34 and a half a year.
No, man.
I mean,
no.
like, okay, on paper it's just like, damn, Michael Porter Jr. got a max. Like,
Luke was making 41 a year.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
It's
I don't
$7
know.
mil difference.
I don't know.
$7 mil difference nowadays is like.
I don't know. 34
Who
million.
makes $7 mil in the NBA right now?
I don't know, man.
Ricky, Tayshaun
I
Prince.
feel like this is gonna bite them.
It will.
They're gonna want to move someone. They're gonna have to like match salaries with their.
I know, but like that's the thing. There's so much money in the NBA that I feel like that's why the Sixers have a hard time moving Ben Simmons, because they signed him to the max and there's no one to match. So like, because they said Nuggets. You look, big brain move.
I wouldn't trade Michael Porter for Ben Simmons.
Really?
No.
But you just said he's not worth a max.
He would actually like want to improve his weaknesses, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he was. But let's say what if Denver is making a big brain move? They're like, let me give him a max, so that way, because they said Nuggets were sleepers to Ben Simmons. So what if they were they did hit just to match contracts? That's it.
Maybe
a player swap. That's it. It's too much passing. It's too much passing because like your whole thing is Jokic, and Jokic just like a Ben Simmons that can shoot essentially. So there's no reason. But I mean, what if? You never know. What if? But anyway, going later on, they also added Jeff Green, which is a good pickup.
For the key ads, I just had Jeff Green and Bones Highland.
Bones Highland.
Yeah. They basically just switched Jeff Green with Paul Millsap.
Yeah, essentially. But this team is, as you guys can see, very top heavy. They got a lot of guards. They got Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Monte Morris, Austin Rivers, Campazzo, and Bones Highland. All 6 of which, and PJ Dozier if you want to count him, but he's like a big guard. But all 6 of which that have gotten, like that can play. They can play. They can give you something off the bench. And with Jamal Murray out, obviously this allows the rotation to be a little more fluid.
It's gonna have to be a guard committee until Murray comes back to kind of replace that offensive.
And they have the pieces for it. Austin Rivers is definitely a bucket. Facundo Campazzo gives you the defense.
Will Barton's healthy.
Will Barton's finally healthy. Monte Morris gives you the passing. Bones Highland's going to give you another scoring. PJ Dozier is just a big guy out there for defense.
Yeah.
So they have the cumulative effort to be able to replace Jamal Murray until he comes back. So
I mean, they lost JaVale McGee though.
They did lose JaVale McGee, but will we finally see Bobo minutes?
I doubt it, man. Yeah, Michael, I don't know what he has.
I need Bobo minutes.
Mike Malone has something against him or something. I don't know what it is, man.
Will this finally be the year we get Bobo minutes?
Maybe, but when we do, it's gonna be all over House of Highlights. He's becoming one of those guys where he just takes a sip of water on the court. Oh, Bobo drinks water. That's what we're gonna say, and I'm expecting that. So.
I mean, I'm still very high on Bobo. Everybody knows what the hell Bobo can do. He's a 7 foot, 2 guy? 7'3" guy?
I got Yurtseven over him, bro.
Yurtseven?
Yeah.
Oh, Yurtseven is nice. But Bobo, we'll see like how he does, because again he's second, going into his 3rd year, I think.
When was he drafted? 2018, 2019.
I think
so. It's his 3rd or 4th year.
Yeah, going into his 3rd. He has obviously the only gameplay we saw of him was like once in the bubble when they tried that all 7-footer lineup.
Yeah.
And college basically. But I mean, I don't know. For me, I want to put him out there. I don't get why you don't want to put him out there. He's a 7'2" guy that can do a lot of things.
I think they're just worried about the frame still. I mean, you can put him at 3.
You can put him at 3.
Be a mismatch nightmare.
You can put him at 3 for sure.
It's just, I mean, he's a great shot blocker too. So I mean, maybe he could replace that for JaVale McGee. But I don't know what Mike Malone has against the guy.
Yeah, I hope it is time for both because they don't have a backup center.
We might see Zeke Naji more than we see Bobo next year.
Which I like Zeke Naji too because he's a space 5. Yeah. But Bobo's fucking space 5 too. He can shoot 3s too.
But watch, we'll come back to mid-season and we'll see who has more minutes playing.
We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know what it is Mike Malone has on the guy.
I hope I see Bobo minutes, but so obviously the starting lineup is solid. It's a solid starting lineup. They got scoring, they got defense, they got because Aaron Gordon pretty much was their primary defender on guarding. Yeah. You know, like the other team's best player. Even the bench is nice. I like Monte Morris. He's always been a good bench guard. Austin Rivers.
Well, who's starting for Jamal Murray?
Who's starting for Jamal Murray?
It's either gonna be Austin Rivers, right? I think it's gonna be Austin Rivers. I mean, he started the playoffs for them.
Yeah, it's probably Austin. It's most likely Austin, and then you put
Monte off the bench.
Monte and Campazzo off the bench.
Yeah.
But they obviously that's the thing about this team, especially with the guard spot. There's a lot of movement or fluidity with how you can put people. Because like the thing is, if you put Morris and Campazzo, that's way too small nowadays. So we might see a Campazzo. We might see a lot of Dozier, considering that he has guard skills, but is big enough to guard or to be like a bigger defender on the team's best guard, right?
Yeah.
So, and then again, you have Jeff Green who can play 1 through 5.
He's gonna be good for them, I think. It's like another Jermichael Green.
Yeah. That's literally what I saw. I was just like, bro, Jeff Green, Jermichael Green are literally the same player. They're the same player. They both can shoot insanely well from 3, defend 1 through 5.
I think Jeff Green might be like their underrated player of the year this year.
Oh yeah.
Like, just his ability to play 1 through 4 and even play like, at center sometimes.
Yeah.
And just the versatility, being able to shoot the 3 ball. I mean, and he still has some bounce left in those legs. So,
yeah.
It should be fun to watch him.
And this team has a lot of like even the starting 5 can run in a spread 5, a 5 out.
Oh yeah.
The entire game. And if you look at the bench too, that's a 5 out too in itself. That's a pretty good starting. A starting lineup. I think Monte Morris, Austin Rivers, Jeff Green, Jermichael Green. It's a bad starting lineup, but it's a starting lineup in this league, and they can run 5 out. Yeah. So they can put in a lot of pieces. I don't doubt we see like, where like Jokic out the game. We see a Jermichael Green at the 5, Jeff at the 4, Michael Porter at like the 2 maybe, Jeff Green at the 3, and then you see like Monte Morris at the 1. Like, there's a lot of fluidity that'll create 5 outs, which is ridiculous.
A lot of versatility. Even Zeke Naji.
Yeah, he can shoot. Everyone can shoot except PJ Dozier.
Yeah.
Everyone can shoot pretty consistently here except PJ Dozier. So I'm very excited for this team. It's so weird seeing Will Barton. I don't know. I'm so used to Jamal Murray, Derrick Harris duo that this is so weird for me. But I was in my head. I was like, "Fuck's Gary Harris?" But so yeah, I honestly like this team. So I wanted to run a little segment called, Jokic is the most underrated MVP in history. And this is where I like to start. So I see here is an Excel sheet that I took the time to do this morning. So this was Jokic's stats last year, being the MVP, right? 26.4 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, and 8.3 assists per game, right? And so I got curious. I was just like, what place was he in major categories in the NBA? So obviously, as you see here, points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shooting, field goals made, 2-point field goals made, PR, minutes played, per game, plus minus offense, plus minus VORP. I brought VORP into this. Usage rate and assist rate.
Well, I don't really like. Where's the D LeBron?
The D
Where's the O LeBron?
The O Raptor.
I don't see the O LeBron here.
So, do you besides like let's say like besides like 2-point field goals played, these are pretty major categories.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how many categories? I think it's like 16. I think it's like 16 categories in the NBA that pretty much matter, right?
Yeah.
So look, Jokic was last year top 10 in points per game, right? Top 10 in rebounds per game, top 10 in assists per game, top 15 in field goal percentage while shooting 237 threes on the season.
Do the green boxes mean they were top 10?
Mean they were top 20.
Okay.
The green boxes, just so you guys know, mean top 20. I'll explain this actually, but so Jokic, right? He shot 38% from 3, and then he was top 20 in 2-point field goal percentage, number 21 in effective field goal percentage, right? Which is, I mean, he was pretty close. So I just consider it. Top 15 in true shooting. Number 1 in field goals made. Number 1 in 2-point field goals made. Number 1 in player efficiency rating. Top 15 in minutes played. Number 1 in box plus minus. Number 1 in offensive box plus minus. Number 1 in VORP. Number 21 in usage rate, which I counted because
No, don't cheat.
It was like point. I swear to God, it was like
cheat.
0.1, 0.2. And then number 7, he was 7th in assist rate or assist percentage at 40.4, which is kind of ridiculous. At 40.4 assist rate. But anyway, so on the vertical axis, right on the left here, we have all the categories, and on the top is all MVPs from the last 20 years, right? So Tim Duncan obviously won from the 2000. What was it?
Well, Dirk won in 07, so...
Yeah, so 06, 05, 04, 03, 02. So 2001, 2002 season right here on Tim Duncan, right? So there's two things that I noticed. Jokic is the only MVP in the last 20 years to be top 20 in all these major categories.
Well, not usage rate, no, I'm kidding.
Not well, okay.
Okay.
But like, I swear, when I say 21, it was so close that I was just like, it's basically top 20. In the last 20 years,
Yeah.
Jokic
The guy has...
is the only MVP to be top 20 in all these major categories.
He didn't get covered like an MVP, like people like...
No.
The coverage of him, like, he won MVP, okay, he got a couple posts here and there, stuff like that, but like, if Curry won, oh my god, we'd still be hearing about it right now. I think the reason why people don't really respect him is like, the way he plays, right? Like, people aren't used to that.
It's boring.
I mean, I think it's fascinating the way he plays.
I love it, but to a lot of people, it's boring.
I mean, I'm looking right here. The Europeans are taking over, man. Antetokounmpo, Jokic.
Yeah.
Doncic is gonna win this year.
Oh.
So,
Well, he's like Vegas favorite already, right?
so I mean, I don't know if it's the Euro thing or what. I mean, because no one talks about Dirk's MVP.
Yeah, nobody talks about Dirk MVP. No one talks. I mean, people talk about Antetokounmpo, but at the same time, he's so humble that like it's almost like incentivized that nobody should talk about it.
I mean,
But like, this is ridiculous. Like,
you just dive into the stats. It's like the guy really dominated last year
Yeah.
at the center position, passing like a guard, scoring at the most efficient rates in the league, hitting the 3-ball, just doing it all for his team and like pretty much willing his team to the playoffs. Even past the first round series without his secondary guy, Jamal Murray. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I respect his game. I love what I see. It's just, I don't know. People,
it's ridiculous. I don't get it.
They'd rather see Steph Curry, man.
I don't get it.
Or like
And-
James Harden.
yeah.
I mean,
And if you look in here, it's not like I was nitpicking. It's not like there's some players in here that like, just didn't like. Okay, like Kevin Garnett like didn't shoot threes, but like this is what Dirk was top 20 in 3-point percentage in this era. So it's not like I was nitpicking either. It's not like I was just like, oh yeah, like Derrick Rose not gonna lead in rebounds. I mean, there's Russell Westbrook obviously in this era rebounds per game was kind of like more obviously a big man thing, but
LeBron wasn't
once
top 20
I know
in
that
rebounds?
surprised me. I was
That's
like,
weird.
LeBron wasn't top 10 top 20 in rebounds in rebounds per game in the league in the 4 MVPs he won, which is there were like a lot of surprising things that I found out on this. Like, I was very surprised that Dirk wasn't a top 20 field goal percentage this year. He was also not top 20 in effective field goal percentage, which was weird to me too, or minutes played. That one was weird to me because I was just like,
Well, they won like 60 games. They used a lot of blowouts, I think.
but you know, what was the trend was that if you have a high usage rate, you have a high minutes per game played. Until you got to here, I mean, obviously here, this was weird to me. This was a weird trend that like usage rate didn't transfer to minutes per game.
I think usage rate is just how much the ball's in your hands while you're on the court, not exactly like, you know.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't correlate to like minutes. It's like, so the time you're on the floor, the amount of times you have the ball in your hand.
Yeah, and then like, you know, again, like I wasn't like Steph Curry could have easily been top 20 field goal percentage. Like I was looking back at Steph Curry while I was doing this little project. I was looking back at Steph Curry's fucking 2-year MVP season, and my God, dude, like this is why people prefer Steph Curry over like a Jokic thing, because if you look at 3-point percentage and true effective and these three shooting categories, it's ridiculous. Like this dude, true shooting shot. Okay, so this dude, just to put in context, he shot 426 threes. I think in this year, 426, and he was second in 3-point field goal percentage this year, only behind JJ Redick. And I'm like, JJ Redick is an amazing shooter, but there's no way he shoots at the same volume. JJ Redick shot half as many threes as Steph Curry did, and he still was only second to him in 3-point field goal percentage, and was first in effective and true shooting at like 60 some, higher than DeAndre Jordan. And all he shoots is like I was so mind blown.
Yeah, but can he finish it? Can he make the? Is he a playmaker?
Is he a playmaker?
I don't think he is.
It's right here, buddy. Assists per game. He was right here. It's ridiculous, and it's crazy how similar his back-to-back MVP is.
He's not much of a rebounder. I can't respect him.
It's crazy how similar it is. It's weird how similar it is. He was top 20 in like the same categories back-to-back. But do you notice a trend here in the last 20 years? Do you notice a trend where there's a lot of green boxes, like in certain categories?
VORP, everyone was top 20 in VORP and usage rate.
Yeah.
That's about it right here. I mean, plus minus is pretty high.
These 4 categories.
Yeah, everyone had it. Except
if everyone, and what's weird is that they weren't just top 20, their respective years. They were all like top 5.
Oh wow.
Top 10. Either first or second, which is weird. And there were some anomalies like Steve Nash, who in like
well, I mean, he robbed Kobe.
Yeah, in like usage and like VORP, he was like like in VORP he was like VORP, which is value over replacement, guys. Value over replacement is basically like, so basically I think the league average for value over replacement is like negative 2.5 or something like that. And so value over replacement is just like what basically just how to completely measure his value in an 82 game season, I think. So if we take him off the court, what's the value of his thing, right? So there you know, like here he was like top 20 or something like that, just because like it was Kobe and all Tracy McGrady, all these people. So like in this era there were a lot of shooting guards, so that's why he was still like top 20, but like at like 17, 18. But for all these players past, like once LeBron won his first MVP on, plus minus, offense plus minus, VORP, and usage rate, they were all either first, second, or third.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous. So basically,
if you're betting,
I don't know if I found if you're a betting person,
if you're betting on who's gonna win MVP,
look at plus minus, offensive plus minus, VORP, and usage rate.
Yep.
And they're most likely winning MVP, which is completely ridiculous to me. And also, I was looking from Steph Curry on, right, and I was just like, dude, assist rate percentage. Like if they're like KD wasn't on here because he didn't pass the ball. Kobe wasn't on here, didn't pass the ball. Dirk, he was average like 3 assists. Kevin Garnett didn't pass the ball. Timmy D obviously, and then Timmy D again, right? But look at all these players. It's not like they were just guards either. Like these are small forwards, These are small forwards, power forwards, a shooting guard / point guard.
Mostly primary ball
handlers. But like it's weird, right? The assist rate is something that like kind of determines the fucking MVP.
Well, yeah, because they look at the stats. Like who has a juicy stat line like, oh, he's averaging 28, 8 and 8. Yeah, that's hot. So.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird that I don't know if I did something here.
It'd be cool to see like how the records are like finished in like where they finish in the standings also correlates to who wins too.
That's true.
Because that's also another factor that.
Yeah, but
that's why Steve Nash won. Cause
yeah. But then like,
I think
again like that you will see it in the plus minus.
You know, I think all these players right here finished as a top 4 seed except Westbrook, who was like an 8 seed.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Everybody else, I think they're at least a top 4. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's also another thing I look at.
Yeah, and again, like I think top seeds always go into like probably like plus minus, offensive plus minus, and like value over replacement. Those things like obviously.
I think that's one of the most determining factors.
Value.
Finish. The only reason
the
reason Westbrook won is because he averaged a triple double.
Yeah.
Which hadn't been seen
in forever.
Yeah.
So, and I mean like. When I looked into it, I was like, field goal percentage, I didn't even have to look at the basketball reference. I was just like, nah,
Come on.
No way. But yeah, I mean, that just goes to show freaking, like, Jokic was top 20 in all these categories, and look at your GOAT, LeBron. He wasn't. So, I don't understand why it's being so underwhelmed. I love Jokic, and we should just talk about this MVP more. Simple as that.
They won't though.
We're just talking. They won't, but we'll talk about this MVP year, and this is why Jokic is best center in the league, and best center since
Chris Kaman.
Since Chris Kaman.
Well, I mean, DeAndre Jordan has more first-team All-NBAs than Embiid, so that says something.
That does say something.
Well, I mean, the centers weren't very good back then.
No, there was different centers,
no,
but
I mean,
again, this also goes to show the way the league is running. Like you went from, like clear position players like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Steve Nash, center, power forward, point guard, respectively. Then once you got to Derrick, it was just like, whoa, this is a 7-foot player in the top 20 at 3-point field goal percentage, a top 20 in true shooting.
Yeah.
What the hell? Then you got demon like Kobe, LeBron. You got demons, right? Then you got like Derrick Rose, which was, I don't know, a lot of people, I still think was a good MVP because, look at all these, but then you still got, but then you got more demons, right? LeBron.
I got Zach LaVine's 2020 season over D Rose's MVP season.
There are a lot of people that like argue this, which makes sense. I look back at the stats and I was just like, dude, LeBron or KD was like top 5 in all these categories.
The one thing that like was really sucked about the Jokic thing, and they had him at 6 going into next season.
What do you 6? What, like 6th best player?
Like top 100. Right?
Oh my god.
He was number 6. I mean,
like, listen, Jokic is weird because like
if you win MVP, you gotta be like top 5 mandatory.
No, I know, but look, like, I don't think. What's weird is that there's a lot of like, probably from Steph Curry on from this year. Like, I don't think from the last 6 years, I don't think they were the best player. Like, they were top 5. Like,
I think they were.
I know Westbrook was a top 5 in the league when he won his. Like, going into the season. Steph Curry probably was like, I don't know, was with 2015, 16.
He was definitely top 5, I think. He had to be. Why wouldn't he be?
Because I feel like you got, I don't know. Giannis was like arguably, like there was like LeBron, Curry, Harden.
I feel like
KD, and then like somebody, and there was like always somebody else in front of him.
If you want MVP, I mean, you have to be at least in the discussion, top 5. You can't be like 6.
No, I know, but like it's just weird. Again, it's probably the Euro thing too. It's probably the Euro thing. So yeah, again, I want to. This is what I'm saying. This is the MVP going into this season, and you guys don't think the Nuggets have a chance in any of this. This is hilarious.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes without Murray. I mean, there's a reality where they start the season slow.
Yeah.
Getting used to. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they'll be fine.
I think they'll be fine too. I think they'll be fine. But again, like this is what their schedule looks like. So I got this off a graphic. I'm loving the graphics today. I got this graphic off of Ed Kupfer on Twitter. So shout out to him for putting this graphic out, or for making this graphic in the first place. So how this works is on the left axis is the strength of schedule, basically, right? according to Vegas, the over/under. So like, basically how it works is when you read it from left to right, it's at a starting point of like how hard the schedule is. Then as you go down, then it gets harder, and as you go up, it's easier. And I'm gonna use this graphic for the next 4 teams that we're gonna talk about. So each dot, so the one on the left is before Christmas, how hard the schedule is. The middle one is post Christmas, and then the one on the far right is after Christmas. After All-Star break. So this is the way their schedule is. So as you can see, under this red line is like, anything under this red line means your schedule is like
Easy.
pretty hard.
Oh, pretty hard.
Pretty hard.
Oh, wow.
So this is how their schedule is right now, which is essentially pretty hard. So basically, how it starts before Christmas is that it's hard, and then it gets way harder, and then it's still hard, but it's getting a little easier, and then they have that little sliver of like the last like 15 games probably where it's easy. Quote, easy.
I'd rather get the hard games out of the way first.
Yeah. So we'll see, and according to this graphic, I think if I'm reading this right, Denver has 1, 2, 6, 12. The 14th easiest schedule. 14th easiest schedule.
Middle of the pack.
So middle of the pack. I think I'm reading this right. Yeah, 14th easiest schedule. So, and it makes sense. Like, let's just look at their schedule really quick. They start off. Oh my God. Yeah. This totally makes sense. They start off with Phoenix, and then San Antonio, then Cleveland, then Utah, then Dallas, then Minnesota, Memphis twice, Houston, Miami, Indiana, Atlanta, Portland, Dallas, Philadelphia, Chicago, Phoenix, Portland, Milwaukee, Miami. Oh my God, Orlando, New York. Yeah, okay. So this makes total sense. They just don't have like a stretch.
Yeah.
As to where like they could take a break off, and then you.
Well, let me see that. What's the last stretch of the year? What do they play?
Let's see. The last stretch, which probably like this refers to, is still pretty hard. We'll start. Let's see. Post All-Star break. That's like after March, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll let's just start from March 14th. They play the Sixers, and then Washington, then Cleveland, then Boston, then Clippers, then Phoenix, Oklahoma, Charlotte, Indiana, Minnesota, the Lakers, San Antonio, Memphis, and the Lakers again. Which is, that little sliver, it's hard, but it's pretty decent.
Beat the Spurs. You said the Cavaliers were in there?
Yeah, Cavs were in there somewhere.
I'll beat the Pacers.
But, yeah, I don't see more than 2 games where they get, like, easy. Oh, I guess, yeah, no. Yeah, their schedule's hard. Their schedule's pretty, like, according to, obviously, this graphic, they have the 14th easiest schedule, but if this is the same schedule we're looking at, this is pretty hard. It's decent.
I don't understand how they rank strength of schedules, because, you play everybody.
Yeah, they play everybody, but at the same time, like...
I guess
the stretches.
You get easier matchups. But
it's the stretches and the over-under.
Yeah.
Like, the NBA is so split right now. Like, they got 15 good teams, then they got 15 horrible teams. Or 15 teams that, like, don't know what they're doing.
Well, everyone can play.
It's weird. Everyone can play, but, like, it's so split. Not just Eastern and Western Conference, but, like, it's 15... pretty to really good teams.
I think there's about 20.
Okay to bad.
There's 20. There's like 12 alone in the West.
Yeah, there's like 12 alone in the West. Let's see, like Lakers, Dallas, Milwaukee, Philly, Atlanta, Indiana, Brooklyn, Miami, Utah, Phoenix, Chicago. Right? What is that like? What is that? What did I say? It's like 11 teams.
Yeah.
11 teams so far, right? Denver is 12. Boston 13.
Miami's 14.
Warriors 14. Clippers 15. New York 16. And yeah, so 16.
You say Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You say Miami?
Yeah. Yeah, 16. It's pretty split. 16-14. And the bad teams, to me, are
You said Memphis?
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty split. It's either like give or take a team depending on who your team is, but yeah, it's pretty split. It's like 16-14, 17-13. So, again, as we keep saying every single episode, there's just so many good teams out there that you're just bound to lose.
Yeah.
So, this is the strength of schedule, so we'll see how hard it is for them going into this season. I mean, God. So, I mean, without Murray, that last stretch of season with Murray coming back maybe will help them, considering that, like, I guess it gets a little easier.
But if they're at a point where they're struggling, they're like 7, 6, I mean, in a play-in spot, having Murray come back, I mean, that's instantly...
Like, at that point, do you think there's a point?
What do you mean?
Like, if you're 7th, 8th in the play-in, do you think there's a point? Like, let's say Murray's healthy.
Yeah.
Is there a point in playing him?
Yeah.
And just wait till next season?
You got to.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the standings this year. 3 through, like, 9 were separated by, like, 4 games.
True.
So it's like, you can go on a nice stretch your last 10, 15 games, and bam, you're a 4 seed again.
Yeah. You're right.
So,
You're right.
I mean, it depends. I mean, there's always going to be injuries. It's kind of hard to predict the future in the league. It's always changing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is why, again, strength of schedule does matter when it comes to injuries, and, like, stretches matter as well. So, yeah, next team. The Timberwolves. This is your guy right here. It's your guy Ant-Man.
He top out.
Let's see. Well, look at this team. They added Josh Okogie. What the fuck am I saying? Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, you've been there.
Patrick Beverley, Taurean Prince, and that's it. So they didn't own a pick this draft because in the D'Angelo Russell trade they had to give up the picks.
Yeah.
So with that they don't have a pick, so they're essentially going in with the same team they had last year, which is a pretty
I think Malik Beasley starts over Okogie.
I like Okogie. I put him out there because for me, coaching wise,
He's
like
a bust.
It really is a.
I think he's a bust.
I don't know. I never looked into Okogie. I never looked into him like that.
I know his rookie year he had like stretches where like he was a solid defender.
That's why I have him out there, just
but,
like Coach.
But he's been like kind of mad from what I've seen.
He's mad. Yeah, he's mad. But like you don't need him. He's at the point right now where like okay, you got three hands down scorers.
Yeah.
D'Lo, Anthony, Cat. This is essentially where the league is going. You need a good point guard. You need a good small forward that can play the 2, and a good center. Yeah. And then the 2 and the 4 spots are role players. This is where the league is going.
And Malik Beasley gives you that score. I mean, I'm going based off of like what I've seen like Malik Beasley do to my team.
Do to my team.
Oh my God,
Malik Beasley go crazy sometimes. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'd rather have him on the bench. Because the bench scorer.
I'd rather him start.
But then you have no scoring come off the bench.
Hey, it's the Timberwolves, man.
I know, but like, you know, last year I went into last year thinking, hey man, Timberwolves could get a playing spot. Remember, I said last year, but they disappointed me because Cat got COVID, he got injured, D'Angelo did barely play, and it was just Anthony Edwards and like bums basically, and fucking Jake Layman.
I think they're still going in for Ben Simmons.
But yeah, see, that was the question I was gonna ask you. Do you think first? How long do you think it'll take until Cat realizes I can't be here? If I want to win, I can't be here.
I already had dreams of the Cat for Porzingis notification on my phone.
True.
I want the guy to win, man. I mean, there hasn't been a guy who's been, more successful, but like, there's just so much like turnaround every year with this guy and his team. Like, I don't know how many coaches he's had.
I know.
And they just fired his GM.
Mhm. They brought in freaking drama with Alex Rodriguez and J-Lo.
Yeah, like his GM just got fired for having relationships in the front office, bro. Like he was pounding an assistant, man. He got fired for that. So it's like Cat is just in hell.
He's just, yeah.
So obviously there are some Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, clear.
He's actually, I think he's gonna take the biggest leap out of any rookie from last year. He's gonna take a bigger leap than Melo.
I see that, yeah.
23 games, 24.
Yeah, I see that.
It's just the other pieces, like the bench. Pat Bev, I don't want him coming off my bench.
Hey, he said he finally in his doghouse because they're Wolves. He coming.
I don't want Taurean Prince coming off my bench. I like Jared Vanderbilt. From what I've seen from Naz Reid, he's alright. He can shoot the ball, but is he gonna win games for you? No.
I like Nas though. He's solid. He's an energy guy.
Jalen Noel, from what I've seen, he was decent, but it's just like this bench is just not it. Like their starting lineup's decent starting lineup.
I feel like with Anthony Edwards, 1, and then Cat 2, and then D'Angelo 3. Right? These are 3 reasons as to why you have a good future.
They got the cornerstones, like 3 solid pieces. It's just everything else around them.
It's just around him. Jaden McDaniels is not the power forward that's gonna win you games at all. He's not even a bench guy.
Yeah.
He could be, but he's just not. Okogie.
I'm just not liking what I'm seeing from like this at all. Like,
I know Okogie could be again.
He's done, bro.
Okogie could be.
He's done, bro.
Miles Bridges.
He's like Frank Ntilikina, bro.
He's like Frank.
No potential.
He's
bro.
a good defense. I don't know.
No potential.
I just see him as a lock.
Nah.
I just see him as a lock. So I just we have to have defense. D'Angelo can't guard a freaking traffic cone. Anthony Edwards has shown that sometimes this dude wants to be a traffic cone.
Okogie was like the 13th guy on that team last year.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was starting. Wasn't he starting
his rookie year?
And then
when they still had hope for him.
Yeah, then he had injuries and stuff. No, in the second year.
I saw him in the warm-up a lot.
He probably was injured. Are you tripping? Josh Okogie was never.
I saw him
in the rip-off pants.
I saw him in the rip-off pants a lot. Let me check this out.
Check, because there's no way. I know for a fact, because it's the Timberwolves. Why would they not start him? Give him more experience, and then you trade him for something.
They lost hope
for a pick.
Oh, my laptop's looping on itself.
It's fine. But, I mean, again, let's say you finish. The best scenario is you finish horribly. Which is sad to say, considering you have 2 players that I like, in D'Angelo and Carl Anthony Towns. Those are 2 players that I really like. Carl doesn't get enough credit. He's easily a top. It's so funny that just because he's in Minnesota, he's not. He does. Nobody considers him a top 5 center.
Okogie, last year.
Okay.
Okay, rookie year, 74 games, 52 started.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, 62 games, 28 started. Last year, 59, 30, 35 started.
That's tough.
26% 3-point percentage, 26 3-point percentage, and 27
No. Look at the defensive plus minus and the defensive win shares.
Alright, you said it.
Show me that.
0.8 defensive win shares. 1.3 win shares. 0.5 offensive win shares.
Fuck.
Defensive box plus minus 0.1. I'm telling you, the guy was in the rip-offs a lot. I'm telling you, he was at the end of the bench talking to coach.
Josh, I tried, Josh.
Negative 0.5 VORP.
Josh, you're worth that literally means you're worth nothing.
They're going away from the guy.
That literally means you're literally negative.
Let me see what his rookie. I think his rookie year was way better.
It had to be, and I don't know what happened. I'm
probably rookie year 1.4 defensive win share, sophomore year 1.2, and then last year 0.8.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm telling you, there was so much hype around him when he got a couple blocks, or I forgot who he got a game-winning block.
James Harden.
Yeah, and it just started the Okogie hype train.
Yeah.
He made it to the Rising Stars game based off that block. That was it. Alright, you know it's true. That's the only reason he was in the Rising Star game that year.
Maybe that's what I'm basing it off of. But okay, listen. Best thing that can happen for this team. And 2 things. 1, you leave this team, you get more experience for Anthony. You get this trio that is D'Angelo, Anthony, and Carl. Into
this is the last year they have for Carl Anthony Towns.
I hope so. I hope he has it in his head because nobody has even asked him.
This is it. They don't do anything. They
get a pick.
Yeah, they haven't had.
They keep their pick.
Okay, but look.
And they get Chet Holmgren.
No, bro. Okay, yeah, I can't.
It could happen. They get Chet Holmgren because I think they own the next year's pick. Or they decide, okay, a D'Angelo, Ben Simmons, Carl Anthony Towns is never gonna happen because they're asking for too much.
Yeah.
So they give up D'Angelo, and they bring in Ben. Those are 2 things that make Carl Anthony Towns stay, or that make Minnesota a better.
But Minnesota,
franchise.
Man, they wasted Kevin Garnett. We saw what happened to him. He left. It's gonna happen with Cat, and then in 6 years, it's gonna happen with Anthony Edwards. So it's just like this revolving door. I mean, Cat's already in his 1, 2, 3, 4. His 7th season. Year 7.
God.
It's year 7.
You gotta go,
He's been in the playoffs once.
You gotta go, bro. And who was on that team?
Jimmy Butler.
Thank you.
So it's like
Bring him back.
I don't know, man.
So yeah, do you think?
They're not doing anything this year.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
Lottery team. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want to be.
Yeah. And if we look at their schedule, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. They do not look. According to this, they do not get an easy stretch ever.
What do they rank?
They rank, I think.
It's in the 20s, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
28th easiest schedule, meaning they got the third hardest.
Hey, I'm taking Cat in fantasy again this year. So.
Yeah, they got the third hardest. That's very tough. Hey man, but I don't want to say this, but like,
moving to Seattle.
Dallas has the second easiest schedule.
No problem.
You know who has the first?
Who?
LA.
Lakers?
Yeah.
Oh wow. The
Fucking
immediate early
stupid,
Lakers.
bro. Next team, Oklahoma. See this? See this?
Oh my
See
god.
This is my guy.
I kill myself. My team started Mike Muscala at the 5.
I was like, dude.
I'd rather just
In what world is Mike Muscala starting?
I'd rather just start Poku at the 5 and let's just go crazy.
Dude, I was looking at the depth chart and I was just like, Mike Muscala is really a starting 5 in this
I
league.
think that's what they'll do.
That's probably what happened.
Hey, Poku, just get out there. Be a unicorn. We're not winning games.
Yeah. Shy, again, very underrated last year. Should have won under most improved.
I give him 2 years before he's fed up with Sam Presti.
His
little scheme.
36 picks in the next 7 years.
Yeah, he's gonna get sick of the Presti Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, that's all it is, dude.
It's okay. Shy is spending his max money on looking drippy, wearing Gucci turtlenecks, going to Met Gala and everything.
What, in downtown Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
No.
He's my fashion icon. He's my fashion icon.
Hey, Shy has like a timer on his iPhone. It says 2,000 hours to the off season. Go that way.
No.
What am I doing in downtown Oklahoma City, bro?
First of all, I want to point out that I was very high on Shy as soon as he came in the league. I was watching Kentucky highlights from his first game as a freshman. I was high on this guy forever, and look what happened. And I told everybody in the group, I told you guys, Shy's gonna be something. Look what happened. He goes to Thunder, averages 20.
Well, the Clippers messed up trading him.
For real, because now they need a point guard.
Yeah.
Idiots. Anyway.
We got PG.
They got PG, but they got, you know.
Aaron Wiggins is my backup point guard. I'm dying. I'm sorry.
This team is just future, bro. This is what I have on my points when I have Oklahoma State Thunder. Future.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I have.
One guy I'm really interested in is Darius Bates.
Oh, Darius Bates.
I want to see what the next step is for him.
Yeah, Presti said he's making big moves.
So,
He's really improving.
What city?
Lou Dort, obviously, lock. That's locks.
The 3-point shot's always improving. So.
It's only, yeah, I think he's on the. I think he's
he had a good 3-point shooting last year.
Going up like 3% every year, somewhere around there, like 3-4. He shot pretty well, considering they were leaving him open like 2 seasons ago.
He shot 34%.
Yeah, that's decent.
29 his rookie year, so.
Yeah, 5%.
Six attempts up from 2.8.
Yeah, that's the same attempts as Michael Porter Jr. So I mean, and 34% is decent. That's a decent amount.
I'm excited to see Josh Giddey's TikTok content throughout the year.
Oh yeah, Josh Giddey, bro. Josh Giddey loves the Drake one. The one that's like,
please breathe.
Yeah, please breathe. Hey yo, pass me a shot. He loves that one so much. Every time I go on his TikTok, I'm telling you, there's like 20 of them. It's the same thing. We're not even gonna discuss the center position. Derrick, I miss you. You're gonna come back.
The lineup I want to see. Shy. Let's say it. Fuck it. Let's throw Poku at the 2.
Fuck it. You can throw Poku anywhere.
Giddey at the 3.
Yeah.
Baisley at the 4. Let's run Lou Dort to the 5. Let's just have fun. We're not winning games.
I think that's what you should do. I feel like the Thunder should just like not mess around.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl also has, you know.
Oh yeah,
his summer league he had a good summer league.
Yeah, I feel like the best you could do is just literally get Shy from probably until, you know, like probably like less than like 3 weeks away from the season left, right? Have him play a good 30.
They're gonna shut him down in 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna shut him down, but like until then, have him have a good 30. Get Trey Mann a lot of good 6-man minutes. Giddy as many minutes as you can, as mainly at the small forward position. I feel like you'd serve better at small forward, obviously.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl, back up 4, and Cameron Williams, K Rich, Cameron Williams is the Lakers killer. I remember
He killed him.
He killed him. He killed him last time.
He still got Theo Maledon.
Oh, Theo Maledon too. He played.
So
They got good. Like nobody.
I like Gabriel Deck too. He's from Real Madrid. So Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
So.
Derrick Favors is the oldest guy on this team.
Yeah, which is
By a heavy margin.
He's gonna get moved.
He's gonna get moved. Derrick, you're coming back next year. I guarantee you. You're coming back because Hassan Whiteside is gonna leave, so you're gonna come back. I guarantee you, Derrick. You're gonna be saved. I'll save you, Derrick. I love you, Derrick. I love Derrick Favors. So this team, you just gotta play like whatever. Who's the coach?
Oh shit.
Fuck.
It's Mike Dagenal.
No idea.
He's actually a good coach.
He's a good coach, but
I think he was on the Jazz staff a couple years ago.
there you go. You see.
So yeah,
my-
he's pretty good.
So. Yeah, just
Over under 15 and a half wins.
under. Oh, over.
Yeah, they'll get like 17.
Yeah, over. Yeah, by 16, 17. Like, again, future. They own 36 picks in the next 7 years, and it's pretty half and half. 18 firsts and 18 seconds.
They have no incentive to win.
Not at all. But again,
In fact,
I wonder if Sam Presti is like, hey, what can I do with 36 picks? Like, can I get Ben Simmons for 36 picks?
He's waiting. Like, I don't think Ben Simmons is like the move he's
Like,
gonna do.
what?
But he's waiting. He knows there's gonna be a time where his team, they're on the uprise, and there's gonna be a disgruntled superstar. There always is. Every year there's a disgruntled superstar.
You're right.
And teams are gonna be struggling to match salary. They have cap space. Everybody here's on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
Close to that. So they got money to operate.
Yeah, Shai's the only max player.
All you gotta do, hey, we'll give you 4 of these pick swaps that are pretty valuable, and we'll give you 2 of our future picks.
Yeah.
Give us your superstar, and then you pair him with Shai. You have a good cast of Lou Dort. Let's see how Baisley develops.
Yeah.
Poku's still developing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like that's the ultimate end game plan for him: is just hoard all these picks, wait until the opportunity arises, and then once they feel like, okay, here's a target we can get, pair him here, and then all right, let's go win some games.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, 30
Yeah, I mean that's there's
God.
at that point you have to cut some guys if you want to roster them.
Yeah, like how many?
You only get 17 spots a season on a team. You got 15 and then 2 two-ways.
Mm-hmm.
You have 36.
And Gabriel Deck and I think Ty Jerome I think are probably going to be those two on two-way.
I think Gabriel Deck's a stash player.
Oh, he's a stash player. Okay, so then it's 18, right? Because they have a stash and then two two-ways and then the 15.
I don't think the stash counts towards a roster spot. I think it's just you have the rights to them.
Oh, the rights to them? Okay. So, okay, the long-term plan, like the big brain move.
There's no way.
Like, what is the big brain move? Like, okay, there's always the crunch of superstar, right? But the big brain move is like, is it?
It's gonna blow up on their face. No, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna blow up on their face, and they're gonna trade 6 picks for Andrew Wiggins. That's gonna happen.
Like, my God. Because Shai's the only person, obviously, that I can say confidently. Obviously, because we haven't seen a lot of people. But that I can say confidently that, like, okay, if they ever decide to move him with those picks.
That's 4 first-round picks.
They'll for sure get something very, very valuable. But then again, you're in the same spot you were in before.
Or what I can see happening is they'll pick these guys, and then they'll flip them for more picks.
So basically what Sam Presti's doing is playing Kenny Beecham.
I feel like that's how he's doing.
Playing Kenny.
He's manipulating the 2K settings, man.
Yeah, the sliders. So, I mean, we'll see if Sam Presti like, you know what's funny is we're trying to figure out like over under for wins for this season for this team. Over under 10 years for when this will all pan out.
Give me a number.
8. Over under 8.
Oh, under.
You think this will happen under 8? Because I mean they got picks until 2027.
Shai's already a budding star. He just needs to take the next step. Lou Dort.
But what is the next step for him? That's my thing. He's already having 20. There isn't
25.
Yeah, like 25, I think. He's already averaging 5 assists and like 5 boards.
7 assists, 7 rebounds. Two-way guy.
Oh yeah, he can be. He's already.
Lou Dort's already the premier 3-and-D guy you want, and he just needs to get the 3-point ball to like a 37, 38.
Like, are you a center away from this? Like, are you like if somehow they're like, hey, Alex Rodriguez, hey, Jennifer Lopez, I'll give you
Cap.
I'll give you 6 picks.
Yeah, we'll give you our most favorable pick swaps.
Yeah.
And we'll give you
Muscala, because you're not doing anything. Especially this coming year.
I think it has to be like they'd offer like Poku.
Yeah, Poku because
picks.
Poku picks and Muscala for.
I think you have to throw Favors in, or I don't know. Well, no, they already have cap space. Thunder. Well, do they after they bought out Kemba? I mean.
Yeah, they bought out Kemba. That's the thing.
I know that counts towards like the cap hit, so I don't know. I need to see their numbers.
Yeah, so.
But I mean, Cat would make sense.
Let's say you call J-Lo and you're like, hey, we'll do this for Cat.
I wouldn't mind seeing Shine Cat.
Shine Cat. That's pretty. Obviously Shy is better than D'Angelo. I think.
I like Lou Dort more than Josh Okogie.
Fuck Josh Okogie, yeah. And then Josh Giddey is another player to that's obviously he's not Anthony Edwards, but you know, like again, I feel like if you have Cat, just the way it's funny because like if you put Cat on this team, they're very eerily similar to Minnesota, like team wise, as in like okay, team wise when you look on paper, it's just like okay, it's like a good 3 players basically, and then like the bench is like but the difference between Minnesota and Oklahoma is that one has 36 future picks that can play around with, and they get a lot of veterans so that way they can flip, and then the other one has Jennifer Lopez.
Dude, these guys talent launder, bro. They're talent laundering. Like they bring a guy, they bring up his value, bye.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's what happened to Chris Paul.
I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
It's amazing. It's big brain. I love it. I love to see it. I just wonder how long it'll pan out.
But it's like at some point, it's like it's too much. Like, do something with the pick.
Dude, I'm telling you, like at 6, if it happened, I'm telling you, if it happens in general, Sam Press is the best GM of all time.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, we're in a lot.
But if it doesn't, he's the worst GM of all time. Like that's how critical this 36 picks is.
If it doesn't happen within the next 5 to 6 years. What have we been doing?
Yeah, it's just like we've been wasting our time. Shy is gonna be like 30.
And turn into the Lions, Detroit Lions.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
And then if we look at their strength of schedule, they got the hardest schedule in all the NBA, which is kind of tough.
That helps.
Which helps, right? Because they got, again, they have 2 or 3 first picks, first round picks next year, and a second. So, which is ridiculous. And I don't know how good the draft class is. We haven't looked into it yet. But this helps. It's hard and then easy and then hard again. Like, look, it's fucking equilateral triangle. That's kind of tough. But yeah, that's Thunder.
Oh.
Next team. But fuck, this is so sad. Like, it's not even funny. This is a sad one. This makes me want to cry. The Portland Trail Blazers. Damian Lillard, obviously. CJ McCollum, Norman Powell, Rocco, and Yusuf Nurkic. And then on the bench, you got Anthony Simons, Ben McLemore, Nasir Little. We haven't heard Nasir Little's name since his rookie year, and it's been like 2 years. Larry Nance Jr. and Cody Zeller. And then your third stringers are Dennis Smith Jr.
I don't even think he's made
Patrick
the squad yet, bro.
Patterson.
I don't even think he's made the squad yet.
I don't think he has either.
I don't think he's in the squad yet. He's on a training camp deal, man.
Like, he has to. They don't even have enough players. They don't have
Patrick Patterson.
Patrick Patterson.
Like, what the hell is Dame gonna look like? I mean, I guess he looked good with Ennis Cancer. I mean, I don't know if I see Cody Zeller setting the high screen.
This is so bad.
I like the start.
So sad.
I like
starting lineup is amazing. It's like a top 10 starting lineup in the league.
I mean, I've already told you, like, I feel like the most logical move for Ben Simmons was to trade him for CJ.
Yeah.
And like attach something else.
I know I like Ben in Portland. There's just a lot of players that I like in, like Ben will work better on a team that, which is what he said. He said earlier that he wants a team to himself.
Yeah.
And this works. This works. This works. This pretty much works. You just
Yeah.
got wild co-star. That's not gonna clog up the paint for you because Yusuf can shoot.
Yeah.
So it's so weird. We're not gonna talk about Ben Simmons. That's fucking another story.
I feel like their breakout star this year on the team is gonna be Larry Nance.
Oh yeah, I love Larry Nance.
I think he's gonna have a good year.
Yeah.
Probably shoot the 3 ball like 38, 39%.
Yeah. I'm excited. The only person I'm excited for on this team is Larry Nance because it's the same story. Every year for the last however many years CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard have been a duo. Every year, it's the same fucking story.
They're going to be a bad defensive team again.
Horrible, which is weird considering that you got a good defender in Covington. Nurkic is not a check going either.
I mean, there's only so much one good wing defender could do.
That is true.
Defense in the NBA now, it's so much team oriented more. So, okay, Tony Allen go lock up that guy. Like now.
True, yeah.
Like guard defense is so dependent on paint defense now because if your guards can't guard the perimeter and you have a minus rim protector, you're just gonna be giving up shots in the paint. And what we saw what happened with the Jazz. You had Depoy and Rudy Gobert
just getting exposed now.
When it's just like line drives to the rim every possession.
Yeah.
And then they start mixing and kicking out to the corner. It's just so tough to guard. So the pick and roll defense, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna look like this year because CJ and Dame ain't never been the best defenders.
No, never have. So
I don't know.
I'm asking you, do you think Damian Lillard is important to Portland's GM?
It doesn't feel like it.
Right? It doesn't look like they care.
And also they have a first-year head coach, Chauncey Billups.
Right, which is the only reason why he's staying. It's the only reason why he's staying. He just wants to give Chauncey a chance.
Which, I mean...
It's the only reason.
Dame Lillard, I mean, I've always said, he's loyal. I don't think he's ever going to force a trade. It's not going to be him forcing the trade. It's going to be Portland being like, okay, let's just trade the guy.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's kind of a high-risk situation to have, a guy who's been so good for so long and just hasn't been able to win and then get a new coach. I don't know.
For me, okay, I'm Damian Lillard. I say, okay, this is a crucial year. I've said so many things. People are assuming so many things. I never said things, blah, blah, blah. I'm trusting on you to, one, give me a coach, which you did, check mark. Get me good pieces.
You got me Cody
and I'll go crazy. You got... I look at the roster sheet. I look at the text messages. And it says that you got me... I'm looking at IG. And it says that you got me Cody Zeller, Tony Snell, and that's it.
I mean,
and Patrick Patterson.
I don't
and you're
know.
telling me Dennis Smith Jr. may or may not play for my team?
Anthony Simon's my backup.
Anthony Simon's my backup.
That's a playing team.
This is a playing team only because of the starting five. The starting five is gonna win them 40 games.
Yeah, I mean, Damian Lillard. As long as you have him on your team, you're gonna have
your easy 40-win game.
A top
40-win team.
A top 10 offense, rating wise.
Rating, yeah.
Because he's just so efficient shooting the ball. And then you got CJ. I mean, CJ was hurt last year.
That's true.
Full season of CJ, but I just have a hard time getting excited about this team.
It's the same story every year. That's why it makes me sad. That's why this is literally
they're
not much.
Good, but are they good enough?
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
Which they never are. They only made that Western Conference Finals once, but then got swept by Golden State, which, I mean, you can't blame them. But, it's the same story with this team. It's like they get so close just because of two players.
CJ McCollum's good, right? But is he a second star?
He's not a
second.
In today, he's not a second.
Superstar?
No.
Great player. Nothing against CJ McCollum.
No.
But, are you going to win a championship if he's your second best player? I don't think so.
CJ McCollum is like a Tobias Harris. Yeah. It's like they're just not they're good enough to be second on bad teams.
A third guy.
But a third on a good team is their best spot. That's the end of the story. So it's so sad to see this, because I think, well, let's look into their schedule real quick. So as we said, it starts off pretty easy. It goes hard. By Christmas, and then it's slowly on the incline to being easy. So obviously, let me see here on this graphic. Where's okay. So yeah, Portland. Yeah. So post Christmas, right? So in between Christmas and the All-Star break, obviously, or in between before Christmas and after Christmas, right? With represented by 2 dots, right? It's usually around the time where there's a lot of like trade rumors, right? Yeah. Even though the trade deadline is until March, there's still a lot of trade rumors right there because it's coming up. So with this hard schedule going into the season, they're gonna start off pretty bad, right? Yeah. And obviously, when a team starts off pretty bad, there's always those questions all the time. So yeah, this is oh god, yeah. I'm going to read from October 20th to December 27th, which is essentially Christmas. Sacramento, Phoenix, Clippers, Memphis, Clippers, Charlotte, Sixers, Cleveland, Indiana, the Lakers, Clippers, Phoenix, Houston, Denver, Toronto, Chicago, Philly, Denver, Sacramento, Golden State, Utah, Detroit, San Antonio, Boston, Clippers, Golden State, Minnesota, Phoenix, Memphis, Charlotte, Memphis, New Orleans, Brooklyn, and Dallas. That's what that decline is. It gets okay, and then it gets insanely hard. And so by that time, by post Christmas, that dot is that when everything breaks down? And Chauncey, let's say Chauncey is just like not the coach he thought it was. Yeah. They're I don't know how many games that is. What is that? 1, 2. It's like about. What is that? Like about 30, 40?
That first stretch you made?
Yeah, this first stretch from like the start of the season to 27. It's like 30?
30-ish.
30-ish? Okay. So let's say that's a hard schedule. They only win 10. They're 10-20. Yes. Like, is that it? I hope that's it. I hope that's it. Because I know Damian Lillard doesn't have these graphics in front of him. I know he doesn't. The GM and the coaches do. But he doesn't have this graphic. Yeah. So, by that post-Christmas area, where it's getting towards the thing, and it's just like, oh, your chance of being about the coach. Yeah. Does he get the sense that, like, yeah, this is done. I'm done.
Like I said, I don't think Dame's like that, though. I don't think it's not going to be him forcing the trade. It's going to be Portland realizing, okay.
Like, he has to know. He's 30, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's that type of guy. Like, he's like the Dirks of this era. Like, loyal. Like, Dirk never forces. I don't think he's that type of guy.
The thing is, in Dirk's era, you could win with one guy. Yeah. Damian was, if Damian was in that era, Kobe, where it was just
Dame,
one guy.
Like Dame said, I mean, y'all ran from the grind. Dame doesn't run from the grind.
He doesn't run from the grind, but like, there's only so much.
Ultimately, it might be his downfall, but I mean, it's honorable. They're not running from the grind. He could have easily requested the trade a couple.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much grinding you could do though. Like, I'm imagining him being so tired.
It's gonna be Portland that trades him, or he leaves free agency. But I don't think he's gonna come out publicly and say, "Hey, get me out of here." I don't think he's gonna do what Ben Simmons is doing.
No, he won't go to that extreme. But I don't know. It's just sad to see this team because this team is the same story.
Not do what AD did.
No. So, AD's a fucking other story because that's Rich Paul and shit. That's not even AD.
I don't think Dame's that guy. Like,
no, he's not. But I don't know. I'd like to think that he will get a little sense and just be like, yeah, that's not
hey,
like let me just give it up.
Some guys are great and they never win rings. I mean, we've seen him in the past. Yeah. Karl Malone never got his. Steve Nash never got his.
No, Karl Malone is different because one, we're not gonna talk about because and then 2, we played Michael Jordan. So
okay, who else didn't win a ring?
I don't know.
Barkley never won.
Yeah, Barkley never won one.
I mean, great players never win rings, but
Russell Westbrook's never gonna win one.
We'll see.
So yeah, that's Portland. It's just sad times. I'm sorry, Portland fans, but it's just sad times, dude. It's sad. It's just really sad. But now it's time to get happy, cause it's my Jazz. It's my Jazz. Look. I want you guys to look at this depth chart. We're the second deepest team behind the Lakers. We're the second deepest team.
Whoa, relax, bud.
Who besides Lakers? Who has the deepest team besides us?
What are you basing deep off of? Like
quality at each position.
I don't like to sound Whiteside like that. Pascal's okay. Hassan averaged 4 blocks a game 1 year. Okay.
That's enough.
You can't.
I'm
You can't.
I'm putting my chips on the
Don't
table
bring-
based on 4 years ago.
That 2016 Hassan season was an anomaly.
I remember when people had him compared to Hakeem because he averaged 4 blocks a game.
The one move that I do like that I won't take away from you guys because I'm a Utah Jazz hater.
Yeah, you are.
I like the Pascal move. I feel
I
like
love
you
the
guys got him for way too.
We got him
easy.
nothing.
Yeah, too
for nothing.
easy.
We got him for 2 picks.
Yeah, that's what
essentially.
When I saw Wojcik, I'm like, really going to state?
Yeah.
Like
I was so surprised.
We're doing this? Like, why didn't Dallas do that?
Yeah, no, because I don't know. I saw the tweet too, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, is this real? Because I saw that we were asking around for Pascal and everything.
Yeah.
But I was wondering. I was just like, is this actually real? Like just 2 picks for him?
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that just happened.
I was like, he's so young. Like, I was a big Eric Pascal fan when he was in Golden State. I love his mid-range game. I love that he can just, like, bring, like... You could literally put him in the middle because he's been around Draymond Green. I said it last year or 2 years ago that with him having the mentor as Draymond Green, like, he could be the next Draymond for the Warriors when they're on, you know, when that era of Steph Curry, Clay, and Draymond leaves.
I think the backup center position might be positional. So, like, when there's bigger bigs, okay, let Hassan Whiteside guard on.
Yeah, but...
you think Pascal will run the small ball 5 bench unit?
Oh, yeah, this is what we needed. That's why we have 2 small ball 5s in Rudy Gay and Eric Pascal.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed. That's what we needed. Because last year, again, like you said earlier, we had quite a disappointing run in the playoffs that I don't like to talk about. But it's that Rudy Gobert got, quote-unquote, exposed. Which he didn't. If people who know basketball know that Rudy Gobert did not get exposed. That's not how it works. They had a game plan to run 5 out.
There were some plays where Terrence Mann was making some crazy shit.
Right? There was one play where Terrence Mann...
Hey, Reggie Jackson was finishing off the top of the shot clock.
There's just some things you can't control. But no, it doesn't matter how long this dude's arms is and how tall he is. Like, there's just some things you can't defend. Some things you can't defend. And we played horribly on the perimeter to not allow them to come into the paint in the first place. Because what happened was we got into a point to where Terrence Mann was playing the 5 because they were playing a small ball 5 unit. So, and Rudy Gobert was on the floor because we did not have a small ball 5. To be on there, because Derrick Favors was a backup 5 at the time. He's literally as mobile as Rudy Gobert is. And Rudy Gobert is not mobile. He probably has, I've been fun of him every time. He's the most unathletic basketball player I've ever seen.
Who's a more dominant player? Shaq with dribble moves or Rudy Gobert with the post game?
Oh, Shaq with dribble moves? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, Rudy Gobert could learn how to goddamn dip his shoulder into someone.
That's how he just won, and he's so unathletic. Like, have you seen when he smacks the basketball stand or whatever? It's so unathletic.
Rudy Gobert has to have the most unathletic alley-oop dunk package.
He literally bends his knees up.
Yeah, he bends the knees to make it look like.
Yeah, but all he doesn't have to do that. Right. So yeah, we got our small ball. That's what we, like, we didn't have a small ball 5. And our perimeter defense allowed it to come in, so it was just a pick or choose. Does Rudy come out because he wants to stay in the paint, so he comes off his guy, and Terrence Mann just hit shot. He just hit. He's an NBA player.
I feel like that's gonna be the way. Like, it's a copycat league.
Yeah.
So anytime you play the Jazz now, it's like, okay.
That's what I have to do because everybody was very scared of us last year. We were the best team last year. Obviously, we still had a lot of people that didn't. Obviously. Had doubts about us because of this, and that's what happened. And so, I mean, now we have our small ball 5 where we could easily put in Rudy Gay, and now we have a very good defensive lineup.
It's like we're paying this guy Rudy Gobert all this money, and we can't play him. I mean, it's kind of.
That's tough. It's tough, but that's what has to happen because, like, unless they're in training camp right now, literally running drills of how to guard 5 out with Rudy Gobert on the floor, then there's really no point. Because last year, I thought it'd be a good idea to put Conley, Mitchell, Royce, Boyan, and we had Juwan Morgan on the roster. I would have liked to see either Mie Oni or Jawan Morgan to play the 5. Even though it's big minutes, just put him out there and try it.
I mean, would you say one of the other things? I mean, they like to talk about the defense. I mean, shots just weren't falling for you guys.
They just weren't falling.
From the 3-point line.
They weren't falling.
Like they just weren't falling. Like Georges and Yang is usually knocked down.
Yeah, and
he was missing a lot of shots. That
and I mean, they made Clippers. The Clippers. Terrence Mann made shots, and we did it.
Jordan Clarkson was pretty cold.
Yeah, we did it.
I mean, that's the problem. I mean, when you shoot the 3 a lot.
You live and die by 3. That's what happens. And so like that's why we have the ability to. That's why I love this team, because Mike Conley can hit you with alley-oops, threes, floaters. We saw it in the Memphis series.
You feel like there's times where they get like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like they see team like they,
like stagnate.
Like they get tricked into shootouts. Like they're just so triggered. They just keep shooting the 3 ball even though it's not dropping. Like they don't.
Yes, there are some games to where like, why are we shooting so many? Where I'm like, dude, why are we shooting so many threes? But at the same time, I feel like Quinn Snyder understands to where like, because there have been stretches where, like 6-minute stretches last year, like in the regular season, like 6-minute stretch, like 3-4 minute stretches, where I'm just like, bro, we need to shoot. We don't need to shoot this many. Like, why aren't we moving the ball? Because there are times where it did get stagnant. We're just like, yeah, Boyan, go to the post and go to work for 20 seconds shot clock. Donovan just dribble the air out of the ball, and then everyone just stands around. And then, but Quinn Snyder, I think he understands that like as soon as he calls that first time out and we're not playing well, we're not moving the ball, then that's when. So I feel like we have a pretty good balance. Like there are times where it's just like, dude, we don't need to shoot this many threes. And against the Clippers series, I think because the Clippers were the best 3-point shooting team percentage-wise last year, I feel like we thought that the only way we had to beat them was to play their game in 3 and D. And obviously we lost because the deep part was the defense part was the part that like we lacked. So now we have the small ball 5 in Eric Paschall. He can shoot threes. Rudy Gay has shown that can shoot threes. So I love this unit because like you have Conley, Mitchell is coming off an amazing year, and very underrated. Royce O'Neal had, I think, if you look at all defenders guarding the best player, he had the highest percentage of guarding the other player's best player in the entire league. Boyan, he's going to be healthy this year because last year he dealt with the wrist. The year before he dealt with the wrist injury, but he was still feeling a little bit. He had the thumb surgery, so now he's fine. Gobert, I feel like he's going to understand how to play defense better. He's always trying to learn. Then you have Ingles, Clarkson, who 6-7 man duo, amazing. Eric Paschall, Gay, Hassan. I just like both units, and then you have like our rookie Jared Butler, who like maybe will get minutes in like
We'll see about the heart. We'll see about the heart.
We'll see about it. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. We got Paschall and Rudy Gay. We got Paschall, Rudy Gay, and Hassan Whiteside for essentially Niang, Favors, and 2 picks.
You're like doing the Andre Drummond thing with Hassan Whiteside.
It'll even
No, you're doing this. You're doing the Drummond thing. You're guilty. You're getting sequestered into this little fantasy world that Hassan Whiteside is gonna block 4 shots and grab 15 boards, bro.
Hey man,
it's not gonna. You can't do it anymore.
If you ask me who I'd rather have between Hassan Whiteside and Andre Drummond, I'm taking Hassan Whiteside.
Oh.
Andre Drummond has bricks for hands. Hassan Whiteside kind of has delicate hands.
You're gonna be real disappointed, man. You're gonna be real disappointed.
We'll see. I like Hassan Whiteside.
You're gonna get your heart broken like the Laker fans did.
Okay, we'll see.
They're gonna be so mad when.
Bro, Hassan is back. I don't think you understand.
No, don't say that.
Dude, okay. Who is per owner of the Jazz now?
D-Wade. What?
And Hassan played with who?
I don't want to say it.
D-Wade. Thank you.
Defensive box plus minus Hassan Whiteside.
Last year.
Minus 0.6.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Defensive win share 0.6. You're getting happy. Okay. 4 years ago, 5.3. You're thinking it's him?
It's 5 years ago.
No, bro.
Bro, it's there.
He's not
Dude,
that guy anymore.
He played with Dwayne Wade.
It's not happening, man.
Dwayne Wade is part owner of Jazz now.
Bro,
that's why he came.
You're getting that little like.
We're getting.
You're getting that glitter in your eyes. It's like, oh my god.
He's in here.
A dominant backup big. It's not like that, bro. No, if he wasn't doing it with Sacramento.
Oh, he was doing it with Sacramento though.
He was.
He averaged like 2 blocks a game. Look at the blocks per game.
No. Let's look at the.
Look at the blocks per game. Look at the blocks per game.
Hold on, let me see this.
He averaged like a 1 and a half, or 2. That's enough. That's all we need him to do. He signed a vet mid to block 2 shots a game.
Last year, Hassan Whiteside had 46 blocks.
Yeah.
In 36 games.
Oh,
that's
one point. That's like 1.3.
Okay, the year before in 67 games, he had 196. He's just not that
good
like anymore, though, bro. His defensive win shares last year were like 2 point something, and they dropped to 0.6.
So you're telling me a vet mid to block 2 shots a game is not a deal?
You can get your heart broken.
I'm ready.
You can get your heart
I'm
broken.
ready. It's fine. We got Derrick Austin Jr.
I'm warning you.
We got Derrick Austin Jr.
I'm warning you. You're gonna get your heart broken.
We got Azubuike.
Oh, dude, I've seen this guy. I saw this guy on a TikTok open run. Oh my god, he's not an NBA player.
He's so bad. This is the dumbest pick I've ever seen, bro.
Brick hands and brick feet. I can't move.
And then look at our schedule.
Look at these frauds.
Look at our schedule.
Utah frauds.
Look at our schedule. So our schedule is, I think, the 7th easiest. I think it's the 7th easiest. Oh no, 9th. 9th easiest. Last year was the 1st, so this is an improvement.
Oh yeah, no wonder you guys won 52 games.
Yeah, so our record is gonna be inflated, obviously, going into next season, and then it gets harder at the last stretch of the season. So, which would be good for us. I like the schedule. Because we're coming in.
Hey, I'm gonna clip that.
I like the schedule.
I'm gonna clip it.
I like the schedule.
I'm gonna clip it.
Clip the schedule.
I'm gonna clip it when you're 10 games under 500 and you're mad.
That's fine.
And you're mad at Hassan Whiteside.
It's fine. No. I like the schedule because look, we go easy, right, and then like we're increment. Look at the slope of this. Look at the slope.
Ooh, let's lock in for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then we're gonna lock in for the playoffs right here because it gets hard. And we're gonna play Clippers, Lakers, and all the teams, and then we're gonna be locked in.
So I'm gonna write this on a post.
Look. Where's here? Here it is. Look. I'm assuming this stretch. Yeah, I'm assuming this stretch. Are you fucking? Oh, dude, I was about to say they don't have a national televised game. I thought I saw NBA TV for like 4 of these. I was about to say again.
That's nationally televised.
What?
NBA TV.
Kind of.
They consider it that.
Yeah, I don't. I consider TNT and ESPN nationally televised. You see, look at this stretch. Look, finally giving us fucking credit. Anyway.
I know I won't be tuning in.
So look. Oklahoma, our first game, lost. Win. Sacramento, that's a lot. Win. Denver, that's a win for sure. Probably not. We suck against Denver every year. I don't know why. That's why I'm.
You still get flash.
I do know why, because 3-1.
You still get flash.
Oh yeah, easy.
When D. Mitch laid down.
Easy.
When Donovan Mitchell laid down, gave up.
He thought it was over.
When Donovan Mitchell rolled over. He rolled over. Is that who you want leading? He rolled over, Nate. He gave up on you.
He thought it was over.
He rolled over.
He thought it was over. He thought
he rolled over with 5 seconds left. You played as a whistle.
Whatever. It's fine. Okay.
Gave up, man.
And then Houston and Chicago, Milwaukee, Sacramento, Atlanta, Miami, Orlando, Atlanta, Indiana, Miami, Philadelphia, Toronto, Sacramento, Memphis, Oklahoma, New Orleans twice, Portland, Boston, Cleveland, Minnesota, Philadelphia, Washington, Clippers, San Antonio.
A lot of Minnesota.
Yeah, this is like an easy. Yeah, we're gonna go like 30-7. We're gonna be and then right
32-50. Book it.
What?
Book it. Lottery team.
Anyway, and then the last where it gets like hard, we play like the Lakers like 3 times. We play Brooklyn like 3 times. We play Golden State like 2. We play Dallas twice. Yeah, it's pretty hard. We'll get locked in. Look. Last 2 games, Phoenix, and then Portland. Those are lock-in games. I like your schedule. What can I say? I like your schedule. What can I say, big man?
I like my schedule too if it was 10th easiest.
Well, yeah.
It is.
It is. It's second easiest. Look.
Hey.
Look at your slope.
We only have
Incremental.
1 star, bro.
Fucking hope so. It's so funny. They really give the Lakers the easiest schedule
They did all
because they have old men
They knew what they were
on
doing.
their team.
They knew what they were doing.
I knew what they're doing, bro. It's so funny how they gave like the best teams the easiest schedules, and then they gave like the bad teams the hard schedules. Are they like?
Someone's got to lose. I think it's projection, so like bad teams will.
Yeah, we're gonna lose everything. But anyway, so that's our Northwest GM overview. If you really enjoyed that, please leave a like. Please subscribe. Miles sounds angry because he's looking at his fantasy football team right now.
Don't play fantasy. It's stressful.
Oh shoot, bro, we gotta do a fantasy thing for NBA. We have to. Should we?
Sleeper's tripping out, man. I mean, they don't have a web app yet.
Bro, Sleeper, you gotta get your shit straight. But anyway, so if you guys really enjoyed that, please leave a like. Please comment on what you guys think on if this is one of your teams. Like, what do you like our schedule? Do you like our takes on it?
And also, leave your comments if you think Nate is gonna get his heart broken
By Hassan Whiteside. Everyone's gonna agree with you because nobody likes Hassan Whiteside, but I have faith.
I used to like Hassan Whiteside. I added him on Snapchat.
His Snapchats are fucking funny.
No, or before we end, I got a funny Hassan Whiteside story.
Okay, go ahead.
I was once a young kid like you, Hassan Whiteside.
Okay.
Free agency, 2015,
Oh,
2016.
no.
Hassan Whiteside said it was either Dallas or Miami. Hassan Whiteside said, "Stay tuned to my Snapchat. I'm announcing where I'm signing." I stayed up till 5 in the goddamn morning. I'm staying in Miami, and that's where my hate for Hassan. That's where my villain.
So then that's where it started. It has nothing to do with me.
He's washed now, bro.
It's nothing got to do with Utah.
No, it's always washed.
No, it's because he plays for Utah. Nobody plays for
I mean,
Utah.
his career's gone downhill since. So
Oh
if he
my
would have been in
God.
Dallas, would have been different. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to end with.
You see, this is where hate for a player starts. This is where exactly where it starts because they don't go to their team. That's what it is.
No, it's
And now they're jealous.
Now he's washed, bro.
We'll see. But anyway, please leave a like. Please comment if you think I'll get my heart broken about your strength of schedule, where your team or how your team is gonna end up in, like, you know, this season, or if you're one of those rebuilding teams like Minnesota and Oklahoma, where you guys are gonna be in 5 years. So yeah, just please leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe. We're almost at our goal. Today's the last day of September, and we're 5 subs away from 50. So make this now at 50. So please hit that subscribe button if you guys watch this video. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.